Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Read With Me, Financial Freedom. Hold on 1 second. I'm actually sending about $5,000 of Bitcoin back into my exchange. So if you will, put it in the comments if you're buying the dip. If you're buying the dip, put how much you're buying, because it's not something to take lightly. So all right, it's off, it's sent, and just like that is how you send Bitcoin. If you're interested in learning about the blockchain, if you're interested in learning about crypto and what are NFTs, I highly encourage you to check out the Billionairette Inner Circle. We dive deeper into all of that. We have an amazing portal where you can actually check out exclusive videos, not just on YouTube, but get deeper with it. We're going to be launching it very, very soon, so make sure to get access to it in the description below. And once again, my name is Isabel. I'm one of the founders here at Billionairette. We're here to impact the lives of 4 billion souls. That's 4 billion with a B. Billion. Billionairette. Yes, you. We're here to help you, not only through personal, but also financial freedom, providing you the tools, providing you the community, and connecting you with like-minded individuals that are dedicated to their growth. This is why we're doing these Read With Me sessions. These books have so many hidden gems in them, like secrets, legit secrets on how to build your wealth, how to build your health, how to get everything set up for your success. Because you can think about it, you can dream about it, you can talk about it, you can hope and wish and pray. But if there is no action, if there is no execution, if there is no follow through or game plan, then you end up like 90% of the world. Or how Robert likes to call them, bean counters. Or Chicken Littles. So if you're wondering what the Chicken Littles of the world are, make sure to check out chapter 8, because he went in on them Chicken Littles, you know what I'm saying? He fried them. Anywho, let's jump right into it, shall we? We're about to finish this. This is actually the last chapter of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's going to be chapter 9 out of 9 chapters. And then there's actually a final thoughts, which is in a different video, so make sure to check that one out too. But this chapter is called Still Want More? ? Here are some to-dos. I have a feeling this was going to be extremely practical. So let's dive right into it, shall we? Many people may not be satisfied with my 10 steps. They see them more as philosophies rather than actions. I think understanding the philosophy is just as important as the action. There are many people who want to do instead of think. And then there are people who think but do not do. I would say that I am both. I love new ideas and I love action. So for those who want a to-do list on how to get started, I will share with you some of my things I do, of course, in a very abbreviated form. Number 1, stop doing what you're doing. In other words, take a break and assess what is working and what is not working. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and expecting a different result. So stop doing what is not working and look for something new. That's number 1. Number 2, look for new ideas. For new investing ideas, I go to bookstores and I search for books on different unique subjects. I call them formulas. I buy how-to books on formulas I know nothing about, and that is how I find out my next big move. For example, in the bookstore, I found the book of The 16% Solution by Joel Moskowitz. I bought the book and I read it, and the next Thursday I did exactly as the book said. Most people do not take action, or they let someone talk them out of whatever new formula they are studying. My neighbor told me why 16% would not work. I did not listen to him because he's never done it. Number 3, find someone who has done what you want to do. Take them to lunch and ask them for tips and tricks of the trade. As for the 16% tax lien certificates, I went to the county tax office and found the government employee who worked in that office. I found out that she too invested in the tax liens. Immediately, I invited her to lunch. She was thrilled to tell me everything she knew and how to do it. After lunch, I spent all afternoon showing me everything. By the next day, I found 2 great properties with her help that have been accruing interest at 16% ever since. I took a day to read the book, a day to take action, and an hour for lunch, plus a day to acquire 2 great deals. Love that. Number 4, take classes, read, and attend seminars. I search newspapers and the internet for new and interesting classes, many of which are free or inexpensive. I also attend and pay for expensive seminars on what I want to learn. I am wealthy and free from needing a job simply because of the courses I took. I have friends who did not take those courses or classes, and then they tell me that I was wasting my money. But yet, they're still at their job. Their same job that they had many years ago. Number 5, make lots and lots of offers. When I want a piece of real estate, I look at many properties, and generally, I write them an offer. If you don't know what the right offer is, neither do I. That is the job of the real estate agent. They make the offers. I do as little work as possible. A friend wanted me to show her how to buy an apartment building. So one Saturday, she, plus her agent, and I went to look at 6 apartment houses. 4 were dogs, but 2 were good. I said to write offers on all 6, offering half of what the owners asked for. She and the agent nearly had heart attacks. They thought it was rude and I would offend the sellers, but I really don't think the agent wanted to work that hard. So they did nothing and went on looking for a better deal. No offers were ever made, and that person is still looking for the right deal at the right price. Well, you don't know what the right price is until you have a second party who wants to deal. Most sellers ask too much, and it is rare that a seller asks a price that is less than something is worth. Moral of the story: make offers. People who are not investors have no idea what it feels like to try and sell something. Let me read that for you again. You gotta make offers. People who are not investors have no idea what it feels like to try to sell something. I have had a piece of real estate that I wanted to sell for months. I would have welcomed any offer. They could have offered me 10 pigs and I would have been happy. not at the offer, but just because someone was interested. I would have countered maybe for a pig farm in exchange, but that's how the game works. The game of buying and selling is fun. Keep that in mind. It's fun, and it's only a game. So make your offers. Someone might say yes. I always make offers with escape clauses. In real estate, I make an offer with language that details subject to contingencies such as the approval of a business partner. Never specify who the business partner is, though. Most people don't know that my partner is my cat. If they accept the offer, I don't want the deal, I call home and speak to my cat. I make this ridiculous statement to illustrate how absurdly easy and simple the game is. So many people make things so difficult and they take it so seriously. So finding a good deal, the right business, the right people, the right investors, or whatever it is that you're looking to do, it's just like dating. You must go to the market and talk to a lot of people. Make a lot of offers, get some counter offers, negotiate, reject, and accept. I know single people who sit at home and wait for the phone to ring, but it's better to go into the market, even if it's only the supermarket. Search, offer, reject, negotiate, and accept all parts of the process of almost everything in life. Number 6, jog, walk, or drive a certain area once a month for 10 minutes. I have found some of my best real estate investments doing this. I will jog a certain neighborhood for a year and look for change. For there to be a profit in a deal, there must be 2 elements, a bargain and change. There are lots of bargains, but it's change that turns a bargain into profitable opportunity. So when I jog a neighborhood I might like to invest in. It is the repetition that causes me to notice slight differences. I notice real estate agents in the neighborhood, or I see a sign that is up for a long time. That means that the seller might be more agreeable to a deal. I watch for moving trucks going in and out. I stop and talk to the drivers. I talk to the postal carriers. It's amazing how much information you can acquire about an area. I find a bad area, especially in an area that the news has scared everyone away from. I drive it for sometimes a year, waiting for signs of something changing for the better. I talk to realtors, especially new ones, and find out why they're moving in. It takes only a few minutes or a month, and I do it while doing something else, like exercising or going to and from the store. So it doesn't look that obvious, pretty much. So Robert makes sure that he's not a creep while he's prospecting. That's awesome. Shop for bargains in all markets. Consumers will always be poor. When the supermarket has a sale, say on toilet paper, the consumer runs in and stocks up. But when the housing or stock market has a sale, most often called a crash or a correction, the same consumer often runs away from it. When the supermarket raises its prices, the consumer shops somewhere else. But when housing or the stock market raises their prices, the consumer often rushes in and starts buying. Always remember, profits are made in the buying, not the selling. Touche. 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 Look in the right places. This is number 8. A neighbor bought a condominium for $100,000. I bought the identical condo next door for $50,000. He told me he's waiting for the price to go up. I told him the profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. He shopped with a real estate broker who owns no property of her own. I shopped at the same foreclosure auction and I paid $500 less than he did just to get in. I paid actually $500 for a class on how to do this. He didn't. He thought by going with a real estate agent, he could actually get the upside. But since she has no experience actually owning real estate, the $500 actually bought me $50,000 on that deal. My neighbor thought that the $500 deal, $500 for a real estate investment class, was too expensive. He said that he could not afford the money or the time, so he will wait for the price to just go up on his investment. That always happens, huh? Look for people who want to buy first, then look for someone that wants to sell. A friend was looking for a certain piece of land. He had the money but did not have the time. I found a large piece of land, larger than what my friend wanted to buy, tied it up with an option, called my friend, and he said he wanted a piece of it. So I sold the piece to him and then bought the land. I kept the remaining land as mine for free. Moral of the story: buy the pie, cut it into pieces, move on. Most people look for what they can afford, so they look too small. They buy only a piece of the pie, so they end up paying more for less. Small thinkers don't get the big breaks. If you want to get richer, think big. Small thinkers don't get the big breaks. If you want to get richer, think big. Then it goes into the next point. Think big. Retailers love giving volume discounts simply because most business people love big spenders. So even if you're small, you can always think big. When my company was in the market for computers, I called several friends and asked them if they were ready to buy also. When they went to different dealers and negotiated a great deal because we wanted to buy so many. I have done the same with my stocks. Small people remain small because they think small. They act alone or don't act at all. The next point, learn from history. All the big companies on the stock exchanges started out as small companies. Colonel Sanders did not get rich until after he lost everything in his 60s. Bill Gates was one of the richest men in the world before he was 30. And the last point, action always beats inaction. Action always beats inaction. These are just a few of the things that I have done and I continue to do to recognize opportunities. The important words are have done and do. As repeated many times throughout the book, you must take action before you can receive the financial rewards. Act now. Indeed. So strong, you know? These 10 points, he always has a way to just, connect everything. And I feel like every single chapter was a great culmination of the previous chapter. So throughout this book, I have to say, it has been such a pleasure to, see the stack build up. So this was chapter 9 of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was the actual last chapter. And in the next video, we're going to go over his final thoughts of the book, which is something really important to read because I think this is going to be like such a clear summary of everything. So if you have not checked out the previous chapter or you're interested in the Billionaire Inner Circle, make sure to check out the description below. Check out the playlist. It's going to be located somewhere around here. And most importantly, I am so proud of you for completing this book with me and dedicating your growth to yourself, dedicating your growth to all the amazing things that are heading your way. Because if you do grow, then you are truly living. And you know what happens if you don't. So, without further ado, have a blessed day. Talk to you soon.